Hey YouTube, it's your favorite mega church cult survivor Leah, and you've got me a lot today. It's like a double dose. I'm on TikTok and I'm gonna go on Instagram live now as well. Let me just make sure that my ish looks good, chair. I think I'm gonna freeze my wrist. All right, let's get it. Let's go on Instagram as well. I've just taken a picture of myself. I don't know why. Let's go on live YouTube. I do apologize if you're watching this back. Okay. All right, we're going live in 2, 1. Hey Instagram, it's Leah, your favorite mega church cult survivor, and I'm live on YouTube and I'm live on TikTok currently. And today I'm just going to continue talking about what I was talking about before, really, and that is church cult tactics, how they're able to use various different church cult tactics to keep you indoctrinated and trapped in the self-sealing system. I think last time we were talking about twisting and manipulating scriptures. And let me see, because there might be some points that I want to go over, because we were going through quite a few points as to how they twist and manipulate the scriptures, which is really important because that's how they indoctrinate. Okay, that's the main way that they indoctrinate church cult members. That's the main way that they keep them trapped in the self-sealing system. Let's get the link, because guys, you know, this is all online. I'm getting all of this stuff, you know, on Google. It's also AI. So we were looking at how cult leaders and high control groups twist and manipulate scriptures. Oh my God, Mimi's like the live on her ones on TikTok to 1.4K likes. Yes, queen. What? Mimi's been, yes. Mimi, I don't know what they did to you in your church cult, my love. Me not know. But me, I know you like up the live. You're willing to protect the space on your ones. And I like it. I like the energy. I'm going to have to make Mimi a mod, because that girl has held the space on her ones. Soldier. That's what we're on. That's what we're on in the cup. So I was speaking earlier in part 1. Go and check it out on YouTube and Instagram. If you haven't got it, I'm absolutely hot. Both in Jude and in Hooch. All right, so we spoke about the inaccurate interpretation, the inaccurate quotation. We spoke about twisted translations, biblical hooks. We spoke about wordplay. And I also want to put cult jargon in that as well, because that's intertwined. And the cult jargon could be phrases. And this is like wordplay. Like in my cult, they say things like, eesh, it's a message. What a word. You know, like these things that they'll say. And it's like, to prove that you're part of the spiritual sons and daughters of the house, or a strong Christian or whatever, it's like you need to have these phrases, this wordplay to fit into the church cult. And it's all about social conformity. People feel like they have to conform to the environment socially to be accepted. When we look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs, we know that there's a strong sense of belonging that people urge for and need as a human being. And that's just like the basic necessity of need. And so we can see with cults, when we study the phenomena of cults, when we study the phenomena of high control groups, we can see that there's that sense of belonging. And it seems quite cliche, but everybody wants to belong. And these church cults attract the most rejects of society. There's various different people in there, but we've got to admit that, guys, we were some sort of reject within society, within our own psyche. Even if that wasn't the truth, that was definitely how we internalize things. Some of the most susceptible, vulnerable groups are people with low self-esteem. So that could be as a result of childhood trauma, that could be stemming from father wounds, mother wounds, also disability, having a disability, having a learning difficulty, being neurodivergent, having mental health. And that's for the obvious, guys. You know, some people with learning difficulties, they may be 35, but have more of the mindset of, say, like a 16-year-old. Similarly with neurodivergence, you know, neurodivergent people, they take things literally. Do you get what I mean? So at face value, and these bosses are very deceptive, they're very manipulative, so they may not be able to catch some of the dark psychological and manipulation techniques, because these cult leaders are master manipulators. That's what they are. And that's how they're able to coerce people. And we're going to go into the thought reform program very soon. And that's going to be really breaking down how they reform your thought process within your psyche. And I want to ask on TikTok, if you are a survivor and you are on the FYP, can I ask that you come into the space? Because there's only one person, and I know that I've got about 30 plus people on the FYP currently, and that can make the space it can make the space like compromised. So if you are on a burner account and you can come in and at least like the live, please do that, because if it gets stopped off, then no one's going to be able to enjoy it. But Mimi is liking up the live like there's 20 people on there, to be fair. Mimi, you're actually encouraging me, you know. Oh my God, I love this collective. Even if there's one person, if there's just one person on here with me, there's got to be someone. Because the way that they've done us so dirty. Child, Mimi, even if it's you and me on here, girl, we gonna speak our truth, child. And we gonna let the world know that they abused us. Because there's no way that we're going out. And look, Christ, no, I have to make Mimi a mod, because Christ first, look at Mimi. No, because I'm not having it. I'm not having it. Do you know what I'm saying? I've got a blood clot. You see this collective, yeah? Oh my God, they think they got people. You think you got people in the church? Or no. Like, you see this collective? How is Mimi coming on here in her ones? My girl's got it over 2K. Yeah, I wanna be loved by you, Mimi. Wanna be loved by you. She's making me want to sing, chair. Sometimes I've got all 30 people on there. I don't even have it to 2K likes. All right, guys, let's get back into it. The reason why it's so imperative for us to understand the twisting and manipulation of scriptures is because this is what the overarching transcendent belief system does, okay? It's the twisting and it's the manipulation of scriptures that can be really difficult to separate between, you know, what's biblical, what's sound, doctrinal, and then what's just human fecal matter. But we have gone through various different types of twisted and manipulation of the scripture. We've gone through inadequate evidence. We've gone through confused definition. And that's when they bring in their own ideological practice. I want to also add that my cult leader, Dag Mills, he had never been to any type of seminary, theological training, nothing like that. He apparently caught the anointing from listening to Kenneth E. Hagin's tapes and reading his books. And he claims that a spirit jumped out and entered him. Freaky, eh? Woo! It's giving spooky. It's giving poltergeist. Do you not remember poltergeist? Do they still do those films? That was a big film back in the 80s. I go to your mother's church, Abigail. I go to your mother's church. It's the church of Pygmishas and Barbara the Builders, who become doormats and let their husbands blow out other women's back. And then as a result of it, their child ends up in a church cult called Abigail. And she has father wounds because her dad was not emotionally present. He was physically there, but was most likely blowing out the backs of various different women. So Abigail doesn't know how to love herself. So she's in the church cult. That's the cult I go to. That's the church I attend. All right, my love? All right. Virtue by association. Guys, do you know what? Let me just block her, because you know what, guys? I have to learn to just let things go. I have to let, you know, like, I have to learn to let things go. And this is what I'm really trying to do currently, is just learn to let things go and not allow people to like get a reaction out of me, because I know that I can be more mighty than a city if I can just learn to control my anger. And so that is really what I'm going to be trying to do. Oh, hi, Sir Brother AI. You came back. Oh my God. I'm so happy to see people who were on the last live coming back, because I came back for you lot because it was lit. But I wanted to get out of that restaurant because I was so bloody hot. Hi, babe. I remember my people on here. One thing about me is I remember a face. Like, I don't know how I remember everyone, but I do. All right, so we're going through the twisted. Do you know what? I can't be bothered. I don't really think I want to go through this. I think what I'm going to do is start the Robert Lifton reform program, because I think that this is going to be really life-changing. And to be honest, I haven't delved into this myself. Hey, YouTube, welcome. I haven't delved into this myself. So this is going to be something that we're going to be doing together as a collective. Let me just open it. All right. Okay, so I'm going to give an intro first. So in the context of cults, thought reform, also known as coercive persuasion, so coercive control or mind control, refers to systemic process systematic process used to change a person's beliefs, attitude, and or behaviors. So it's often against their will, but remember, this is done in the psyche, so it's done subconsciously. It involves, and then if people are aware that it might be too much, or they're not getting time to spend with their family, or they're not passing their degree, or they're falling back on work, or whatever it is, there'll be that cognitive dissonance where they'll be like, I have to serve the Lord, I have to serve the man of God. So all types of doubt and dissent and whatever, it just gets swallowed up. Hi, Copelli. So it involves a range of techniques designed to manipulate individuals and undermine their critical thinking. So it's to undermine your critical thinking. So it's just constant breaking down and manipulation of the scriptures through the transcendent belief system, leading them to adopt the cult's ideology and worldview. And that is going to be namely the cult leader's fanatical lens on whatever ideological perception he has. All right. So I'm going to now go into what thought reform is all about. So there's a theorist called Dr. Robert J. Lifton, and he has established 8 criteria for the thought reform. And this was based on thought reform in China. But guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I haven't gone and looked at the historical context. So I'm not going to try and blag my way through this, because this is really, it's psychology. And although, thank God, I didn't study psychology as a discipline, but I did youth and community work, and I did social work. And what that allowed me to do was go into many disciplines. And because I was like a first-class performing student, I was going into more psychological kind of like concepts and looking at various different disciplines to shape and frame my work. So this is how I'm able to kind of break it down. Guys, I have had a bit of tea today because I've been in the pub as well. It's Sunday, Carpe Diem. Welcome everybody. Let me know if the music's too loud, but I do like the flow. I just sometimes I just like to show off, so because I know they're on the FYP, just show my shame, my beauty, my perfection. Let me na 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 na. It's giving Tyler art. Na 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 na. What you started. It's given Vogue. Guys, I did a little video on my way to my Sunday pub lunch, and I'm gonna put it up. It's me doing Vogue. It's such a cute video. I can't wait to post it. I'm gonna put it on Snap as well. I know like Snap is like for the kids, but even so, I'm still gonna put it up. Thank you for liking the live, guys. I appreciate you. I love you all. Thank you so much. Thank you. I know, guys. I know. My mom said like I must be the cult's worst nightmare because I'm like I just don't go. I never give up. Healing GC. I never give up. I'm not a quitter. That's why I was in the cult for 18 years, because I think I just need to breathe. Guys, this cult absolutely, it destroyed. Guys, when I'm telling you that this cult destroys my life, does anyone understand? This cult, oh my God, they destroyed my life. Guys, I might not even live till I'm 50. And I've got kids. I've got little kids who depend on me, and they have absolutely destroyed my life. And you know what? Once I get to like a certain point, like hopefully, maybe I could get my own share or something. That's when I would do my bear all and tell all. Because guys, you think you've heard, like the stuff I'm telling you is like stuff that's common knowledge. Like people know about my past. That's what I'm telling, because people know who I was affiliated to. Guys, do you know what happened? Oh my God. Imagine I was on TikTok scrolling through. Why am I seeing a guy I dated that unalived? Oh my God. I saw this guy that I was dating that unalived, yeah. And I went on because basically they've made a new documentary about him because of who his brother is, yeah. So basically I've gone and I've watched the documentary, yeah, and I'm like, oh my God, like when I was dealing with this guy, yeah, I didn't even think I was treating this guy like anyone. Like, I don't think you lot understand, chair. Like it was guys, I was actually thinking about what I've been saved from, yeah. And I was thinking about like my affiliations and my associations and stuff. And I was like, it's so mad that like the people that I was mixing with, they're either like known now, like their set is like famous, like, like in the gang rapping world and whatever, or they've got like a brother or a cousin that's made it. Do you understand? So you can Google and find out about them. And it's so crazy because I was sitting here and I was thinking, oh my days. Like, I really got to, guys, I don't think you understand. That's why I was so into the faith, because I had got saved. There was 3 guys that I was dating, and those 3 guys are unalived. So the path that I was on, it was like eventually a man that I was in love with was going to unalive. Yeah, no, I'm recording YouTube and Instagram, but I'm going to do my podcast tomorrow. I think it's a sign. So eventually a guy that I was with was going to unalive, because the guys that I was dealing with, they were not little boys. Like, they were guys who started gangs. People that when you go on YouTube, you'll find out about them. Like, there's documentaries. Do you get what I'm saying? So I was just sitting here like perplexed, because when I used to go to these clubs like Dreams and just, like just being on the strip and just being out, it's like at the time you don't realize you're risking your life. I was actually risking my life, chair. And looking back, I don't know, I've just been meditating on the goodness of God, like how, I don't know, like God is just so amazing. And that's why when they're coming like, do you believe in God? I'm like, do you know where I've come from, babe? Do you know where I've come from? The type of man them that I was with and dealing with, I need you to understand that me being in their car and just driving around with them, I'm risking my life. Getting in their car and being with them and going out, I'm risking my life. Some of the clubs, some of the house parties, some of the places I was going to, every time I was going out, I was risking my life. That's the realness. That's the realness. It's real outside in these streets, man. It's real outside in these streets. So that's why I get angry when they give these fake testimonies and they're trying to use it like promo, like the streets is some sort of it's not promo, bro. If you were really about that, from that life, you wouldn't even want to be saying certain things from the pulpit, because there would be certain things that you couldn't even say. But they do manipulate you, though. I'm not going to lie. They do manipulate you. They turn you into a snitch. Like all of these man them that are like from the hood and that, they've turned them into gyal. Like these, like followers, like some bottom B to the pastor. Do you know? Like, it's so unattractive. Like, it's so sad to see, because when you come from the ends and that, it makes you resilient. Do you know what I mean? Like, and these guys, they don't really know what it means to be a man, but they try. They really do try, because these guys who are out, the reason why they even start shotting and doing what they're doing is usually they have a baby young, it's to feed their family, it's to help their mum. And I'm not condoning, shotting and, all of the stuff that goes on in the streets. But, what do you expect, guys? They put people in inequitable housing. They put people in deprived neighborhoods, in hoods. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, there's an inequality. And then people are judged when you look at it, like intersectionality. Hood ninjas are judged by the way that they walk, by the way that they talk, their etiquette. Do you understand what I'm saying? They're judged by just the way they look. Guys, is it me, or do I need to wipe my screen on TikTok, or is it all right? Hey, Uncle Robs. Hey, Davey. People are coming back, so let's get into the thought reform program, because I do yab. But it's because, I really want people to, oh my God, my candle's gone off. I really do want people to kind of, understand where I'm coming from. I want people to understand my story. I want people to understand my lens. The lens of where I'm coming from, because it was never the church cult that saved me. It was always God. God was always with me. Hey, Uncle Robs, happy Sunday. God was always with me. God was always directing me, leading me, protecting me. Because I need people to know that the man them that I was dealing with, when I was just in the cars with them, moving around, going from place to place, I was risking my blood clot life. So even before I started going to this church cult, God was preserving my life even before that. Yeah, so there's a lot of things that could have happened to me, Chair. Because I was there, I was in the bandos. Do you know what I mean? I was active. I was outside in these streets. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I was in these cars. I was doing movements. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not proud of it, but these are the things that I was doing. Because it's VOG. It's violence against women and girls. It's child criminal exploitation. I was exploited. Do you get what I'm saying? I was young. It was older men. Do you get what I'm saying? And I thought I was in love. It's God, but then they warp it. Yeah. They try and take glory for like God. That's why I'm out here telling my story, because it was never them. Like it could have been anything with a little bit of discipline, anything with a little bit of structure. I could have got with a man. If a guy had come along, do you know, that could have been, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just needed something. I needed something because I was losing I'd lost my mind. I was gone, guys. Oh my God. I just remember when we just got the phone call about Jason, and I had to go to St. Mary's Hospital, and they told me that he's unalived. You know, like, guys, I'm still not over it. I'm still not over his unalivement, you know, like, I still struggle. I really, really do struggle with this because, like, I wasn't allowed to just, like, grieve him. I wasn't allowed to grieve him. I wasn't allowed to, like, show emotions because they just regulate your emotions. They regulate everything in there. And it was like, I felt so alone. I felt like no one understood me. And it was like they just put a bandage on my trauma. And it was like, you know, get over it. You know, you'll get over it. As you keep coming and you keep serving the Lord, you'll get over it. And there was no support. You know, like, spending 4 hours counseling me is not what I needed because that's not realistic. It's not realistic. And it was like I was becoming codependent, forming codependent relationships with the pastor and trauma bonds with the pastor. And it was just breaking me down, and it was just teaching me to worship and idolize a man. And I didn't have any internal infrastructure to help me to cope with trauma. I was so vulnerable. I was so naive. You know, coming in there with daddy issues. I'm coming in there with my boyfriend just unalived. You know, and then I'd only been out with, like, GM, so. And then I didn't really get a chance to, like, go out and rave and things like that because when you're, like, the wife of, like, a GM, like, there's a lot of control. So, like, when, like, the young people, I've only went to only 2 under 16 raves in my whole life because, and I can't even remember the one that I went to in Tudor Rose, but I went to 2. And when I started dealing with these certain individuals, it was like, you know, I couldn't go out to raves anymore. I weren't allowed to be, like, out like that, like in the clubs and things like that. So I didn't really get a chance to be, you know, just be, like, young and just be out. My life's always kind of been controlled, whether that be from like a gang member that I'm with, or like one of these corrupt pastors. I almost feel like I've always been someone's possession. I feel like I've always been, like, a man's possession. Thanks for the follow, Sammy. I don't ever feel like I've been my own person. And that's why it's like I'm struggling right now, like, in all the ways, like, financially, emotionally, and mentally, every way. But I'm learning to stand on my own 2 feet. Like, I'm 38. To start my life all over again at 38. The only way I can describe this is to, like, waking up one day and it's like, I don't know, like you're in some alternate reality. I just woke up one day and I was, like, married with kids. I know it sounds really stupid, but it was literally like that. Like, when I came to the realization, I was in a cult. It was like I woke up one day and it was like I'm married with these kids. Do you know what I mean? And I was just like, oh my God. You know, like, I'm out now. So I'm like, it was like a rush of this realization that I'm, like, back to myself. You know, like me. Like, back to me, but, like, I was 18, you know, like, mentally. So it's like I'm 18 mentally, and I'm trying to be this mother, and I'm trying to process the fact that I was in this cult, and I'm trying to process, you know, that these people have lied to me, and I've just been someone's possession for all these years. They didn't actually care about me. It was transactional. You know, I remember one girl who was in there, yeah, she was a pastor, and she turned around and she said to me, you know, Leon, if you didn't have that voice, you know, you'd be nothing. Like some things that they say in there, it's like they don't say F you. They don't say, like, you know, like they don't use profane language, but the words that they say cut so deep. It pierces like into the soul. Like they're really EVIL in there. They're really EVIL in there. Their words can break you, man. That's why when we're trying to describe it, it's so hard to describe. Backhanded comments, yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I don't need to find God again, babe. God is inside of me. God is omnipresent, my love. God gives me the strength to come on here every day, babe. I'm disabled. So I don't need to find God. God is within. Yeah. It's usually the people preaching saying that I need to find God that need to find God themselves, because it's usually a projection. So I do a lot of self-reflection. I do a lot of meditation. You know, like no one can read anything in me because I'm so self-aware. Oh, you're like, oh, sorry, babe. Do you know what? No, don't block her. Do you know what it is, Mary? I'm just, you know what, girl? I'm not gonna lie to you. I have been having a bit, like, feeling a bit overwhelmed because I just feel like it's not fair. Like I was speaking to a survivor today, and I'm going to speak to her after. And guys, I'm absolutely fine, but I do have to let this out, because if I don't let it out, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And I just feel absolutely fed up. I feel like they're getting away with it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like they've abused us and they've just taken everything from us. They've taken everything from us, and it's not fair. Why should we be suffering and we have to deal with the aftermath of this? We can't even have normal relationships. If we're honest with ourselves, can we have normal relationships? Survivors, can you have normal relationships? Can you trust people? Uncle Robs, do you trust people? They've tainted our whole perception of how we see the world. And this is why we have to heal. We have to unpack everything. Guys, I hope I'm not triggering you. I just probably need the space to be held for me today. And, you know, I thought I was going to teach about this Lifton criteria, and I will get to it, but I just need to let this out, because I know that a lot's been done and there's like so much content, and I know there wouldn't have been anything. And I can see, you know, what's happened and what's happening, but still, I just feel like it's not enough. Will it ever be enough? Will it ever be enough? Like, will it ever be enough, what we went through, guys? No amount of money, no apology. They're just lucky that I've still got Christ. That's the only reason why. That's the only reason why I'm sitting here in my right mind, and I've chosen to come online and be a social activist and not indulge in other things, because, bruv, let me tell you something. If I did not have the forgiveness of Christ in my heart, you lot would have been watching me on a Netflix documentary. That's all I got to say. Yeah, because you've taken 18 years of my life, and now I've got to figure it all out. And I've got kids. Like, my kids don't deserve to have to go through this. Do you know what I mean? It's not fair. They break and they pull apart families. Imagine how many people must have lost their mind and not been able, like, not everybody has the luxury of having a master's in social work and doing, like, you know, my degree and being academic and being able to deconstruct themselves. Not everybody has the luxury to be able to do that, bruv. It's hard, not gonna lie, the walls are up. It's tough out here. It is, Robs. It is, Robs. It's really tough for us. Because we've been manipulated. We've been manipulated in a way that, like, it's crazy. And I think, like, I'm not gonna lie, I've been teaching a lot of cult psycho ed, and this is what happens, guys. It brings a lot of emotions from the subconscious, from my subconscious psyche, and what it will do is it will bring it up to the surface. It's like an iceberg. So all of those feelings and emotions, and it needs to come out. Because if, guys, the moment when you don't see me crying and letting out my emotions, like, that's when you need to be worried about me. I'm fine, but sometimes, guys, I have to cry because I'm not that strong. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I need to let it out, because the things that they have done, like, even when I speak to survivors, and it's like, our normal is talking about the abuse, and we're trying with every fiber of our being. We're trying to be a collective, and we're trying to support each other and get through this, because they just discarded us. It touches my heart to know you went through that and come out on the other side. Oh, and it's okay to cry. Thank you, Sammy. You need to let it out, for real. Thank you, Uncle Rob. Do you know what? I really appreciate you guys. I really do. Because I'll be honest, I don't think I would have been able to get through this without the collective. It's just like, why are we the ones like left in debt? Why are we the ones having to pick up the pieces? Why are we the ones that are left with all of the mental health? Why are we the ones that are struggling to sleep at night? Why are we the ones in therapy? Why are we the ones on long-term medication? Why are we the ones with long-term health issues? Why? I can't even have a normal life. I can't even live a normal life. Like, today, I had like a rooftop thing to go to. I can't go to it. I'm too tired. I have chronic fatigue. And the antidepressant, I'm sweating everywhere. Can't go anywhere. And it's just made me a bit sad, because, you know, I've got so much mental health and, like, you know, like, disabilities, like chronic illness that I'm living with. And they did it, the cold did it to me. They destroyed my life. They destroyed my life. Dagu and Mills, cold destroyed my life. I've been watching you for a while and think you're truly amazing. Thank you, Sammy. Keep pushing. Always remember, you're a soldier. Trust, it isn't easy to break out of them spaces. Thank you, Jareer. Thank you, Jareer. I can see people who haven't commented before, who are commenting and coming into the space to support me. It's hard today. Some days are always hard for me. Sundays are always very hard for me. I just want them to pay. Keep exposing them. Girl, you're strong. Don't forget it. You're building something strong. For me, you don't. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate you guys. I really do. Thank you. Thanks for the follow, guys. I really appreciate it. It's so hard. I live with chronic pain every single day of my life. Like, it's so hard. It's just because I'm a fighter. Do you not think I think about just disappearing, just deleting everything and just disappearing off the face of the earth and just crumbling and just unaliving? And I hope that my kids will see, when they're older, that I really did fight, for my mental health, for my life, to be a mother to my kids and to keep going for my girls. I really, really hope that one day, they'll watch this and then understand that their mom tried their best. I really do. In my pain, in my suffering, in my trauma, in everything that they put me through, I'm still fighting. Oh, hi, look with him. I was wondering how you were, Queen. Hey, purple dressing gown. I don't know, I'm just feeling really, really emotional, guys. It's okay, Salade. Hey, Queen. If I came on here every day and I smiled and I just came, I'd be a liar. I'd be a liar. Because I all know we have days like this, don't we, guys? When you just cry. As many years as it is, we'll have days when we just cry. And it's okay. It's okay to cry. Because we weren't allowed to cry in there. We weren't allowed to show real emotions. We weren't allowed to show. They controlled our emotions, actually. Thank you, dressing gown. And they've been coming in and kind of hurling abuse at me. I've had to block them. They're so evil. Like, you can see someone in genuine distress and you would still come on to hurl abuse in their weakness. There's just no compassion. There's no empathy in them whatsoever. They're like inhumane. Guys, I come on here and I share my life and everything that I go through, my emotions, and I don't want this to be a downer. I want you to see this as strength. I want you to see this as Leah is letting this out, and I am healing. I am healing. This is all a part of my healing journey because I don't really do this. And this is a safe space for all of us. I want to take this time to really thank you for all your gifts, for all of the follows, for all of the people that watch my content, that subscribe, that follow me, that comment, that share my stuff. I really do appreciate everything, all the support. I don't want anyone to think that ever goes unnoticed, and I appreciate every single person that follows and supports me. I really, really appreciate it, guys. This movement wouldn't have come as far as it has come, without you guys. Instagram, I'm going to have to go and charge the phone and then come back. God, I'm a mess. So Instagram, what I'm going to say is I'm probably just going to take a break from Instagram, and I'm going to do the Lifton. Guys, do you think I should take a little break and then come back? So Instagram, I do love you. Thank you for your support, and thank you for all the new followers. If you watch this video to the end, I really appreciate all of the new people that have joined the community and are supporting my work and what I do. I've been getting so much support from Instagram as well. And to be honest, I thought Instagram was full of stuck-up people. 1 second, guys, so bad. I've literally sat on here and sobbed my eyes out to the point where don't worry, guys, I have my coping mechanisms and strategies, and how to deal with this trauma, because remember, I am a trauma survivor. I've been diagnosed with BPD and also CPTSD, so I do feel things, emotions. But as much as I am living with this mental health diagnosis, I still want to get done what I set out to do. So I've had my little cry. I've let it out. I think I needed to let it out because it was just deep rooted within my psyche, and it's been weighing me down. It's been stored in my body. I've been having really low energy. I've been feeling really depressed. I was speaking to a survivor, just a quick funny one. Hi, Beverly Hills. And this survivor has to take about 25 tablets, So she has to take tablets to go to toilet, tablets to wake up, tablets to go to sleep. She's going to come on and speak to us a bit about her health. And I'll speak about my health on the same day. But anyway, I was speaking to her yesterday and I was like, oh, babe. I said, you know what? I wouldn't even know if they were doing witchcraft on me, like any type of curses or anything. I said to her, we wouldn't know, Chair, because we're living with chronic pain. I wake up with chronic pain. I don't know whether it's not adrenalism, whether it's them sending me ish. Me and her were busting up. Oh my God. We were like, what else can they do to us? Do you know what I mean? Even if we got something that took us out, I'd be happy because I live in daily pain, Chair. Unlike these fake Christians, I'm actually ready to meet my Lord and Savior. I'm ready to see what's on the other side. I don't like it here. I don't like it. Home is heaven. One day, Lord, I will be in your court. You'll find me in worship at your feet. Hide me now in the shadow of your wings. It's where we'll be. It's where we'll be. Yeah. Home is heaven. I do miss leading praise and worship. Thanks for the follow, Cheyenne. I do miss singing praise and worship, Cheyenne. I believe, and you know the way they do it. You're my. Somebody tell the Lord this morning. Bunch of actors. Y'all are all fake, Chair. Oh, you haven't. Cheyenne, you got to follow Leah Lord the 7, girl. I wish you could teach me singing. Oh, we got a vocal collective. Hi, Queen Coco. Cheyenne, you got to follow Leah Lord the 7, Queen. Because I'm in these online streets every day. Girl, you can't get me off these TikTok streets. Are you having a laugh? And now I'm on YouTube and now I'm on Instagram. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm here to stay, baby. At the end of the day, I'm disabled. I'm in my yard. It's 31 degrees. I'm in my yard because of chronic fatigue and my disability. Yeah. So at the end of the day, all I got is coming on TikTok. Do you get it? As the Lord, so be it. I think I followed this one, but not this account. Oh, is it? How have you been, Queen? Oh, I've been all right, Queen, I've been all right, babes. I've been depressed. That's the real story. Before you came on, I was just bawling. I was bawling my eyes out, but I'm all right, babe. I just needed to let it out. Oh, what's the vocal collective? All right, so I've set up a vocal collective. We need to apply for some funding, man. Do you know what? I think that's the first one I'm going to apply for, some funding for our vocal collective choir. Because I want to set up a vocal collective and then we sing songs, not gospel songs, like Cleo soul songs, oh, baby, no, baby, I get golden up. All of them tunes. And we can even do, have you not seen, what the hell? That one? What the helly? What the heliante? What the, that one? The quite, I want to do that type of vibe, very, you're in. Yay. All right. So what I'm going to do, instead of announcing these survivor link-ups and then being ill and not being able to do it, I'm going to rent out a venue and do a vocal collective / survivors link-up. So the first half hour, because I don't want to do rehearsals over half an hour, because I just think anything over half an hour is just going to be too much for us for a first thing. And we'll just choose a song that we all like. We'll all make suggestions. Maybe we'll put all of the suggestions in a hat, pick and then just pick it out of a hat. Because I want it to be fair. I want it to be equal. There's no main person. There's no leader. There's nothing. We pick the blood clot tune out of the hat, innit? And then when it comes to just singing, everyone gets a part. Whatever anyone wants to do, they can do up. you know, because it's not going to feel like the cult. I'd love a choir vibe. Where would it be? Woo! The rehearsals will most likely be in West London. Oh my God, guys, please come, please. And Uncle Rob's, come, man, because we need guys. Uncle Rob's, you don't need to know how to sing. You don't need to know how to sing, or you just need to arrive. You just need to come, okay? I want that. I need to get some lads. Yeah, so that, guys, that's gonna happen in August. All right. I need to rent the place for August. But you know what? It's nice outside. We could even just go to a park, innit, with a speaker. But you know, this weather's so up and down. But to be honest, we could just go to a park. And I say we bring like bring a bottle of something. Let's bring our little snacks and whatnot. Do you get what I'm saying? And just come in, because if the weather, we could do it next month. There's nothing stopping us from doing it next month, because we're not doing it like the church. We're just all coming. It's just like a vibe. You want to do up Hyde Park? All right then. Oh, but babe, Hyde Park's expensive for parking though, isn't it? I was thinking about doing it in South London, because you know that parking's going to cost us about £30, girl. But do you know what? I could park at my mum's and walk down there. I could do, because you know what? A lot of people think that you're safer in these central places, but you're actually not. You're actually safer in the hood, girl. Do you know what I mean? Because when they're going to do their little finger taps, it's central London. They're not going to Burgess Park. Do you know what I mean? Girl, we're a target at the moment. We need to stay in the blood clot streets. Do you know? We need to go to Burgess Park, girl. That's what we need to be doing up. Do you know what I'm saying, babes? You get it? Yeah. We need to be going to Victoria Park, Battersea Park. We need to be going to Burgess Park. You get it? Yeah, Burgess would be lit, in it. Look within. Where are you? Can you do up Burgess? Let's do Burgess Park, man. Because, guys, come on, man. It's not going to cost a thing. Parking don't cost a thing. Parking, it don't cost a thing. Always trying to give me tickets. Got a bunch of tickets that I don't have money to pay. Who's going to pay my bills? What? I can freestyle. All right, so you're local. You're in London, man. You get me? Let's do South London, babes. Coco, you're on that. You're only down the road. Come on. Let's do up Burgess Park. We'll do up Burgess Park. All just bring. Can you do barbecues in Burgess Park? Let's do up the barbecues. A lot of these church man them would be shooketh to come to Burgess Park. No, stop it, you lot. Let me behave. Leah, be on your best behavior. I can't believe this. What are you doing? Oh my God. All right. Let's do up Burgess Park then. Let's do up Burgess Park in August. Is somebody able to tell me what date the 20th of August is, please? So we're going to do up the vocal collective, and then it's just going to be like just out in the fun. We're just going to do sun in the fun. Guys, I'm just going to literally put up, I don't even know, it's going to be a bog standard picture with a date and a time, yeah? Because I can't do up all of these flyers and whatever. I'm just going to do a bog standard. Oh, thanks for the follow. I want to say that if you don't attend a church cult and you want to come for the vibe, you can come. If you support us, if you've got a family, a friend, like a cousin that's in the cult, you can come. Do you know what I mean? But if you are in the church cult, you will be getting removed. Do you get what I'm saying? Like you will be getting removed. I'm just going to let you know that. So, you know, it's up to you. But if you do want to come, it's a Wednesday, the 20th. So look within, what day would that Saturday be? Because I wanted to do up a Saturday. Or do you not want to do a Sunday? What day do you want to do, a Saturday or a Sunday? Because for me, Sundays are so bloody depressing, man. Like I just, you know, it's just so depressing. Your birthday's the 21st. Oh my God. Oh my God, what's the odds of that? It's the week of the 21st. I'm busy but it looks like a lot of people have got birthdays. Isn't it? You lot have got birthday. Oh, well, happy birthday, babe. 23rd, 24th is the Saturday. Oh, okay. All right, then. Should we do the 24th? Let's do the Saturday, girl. So that would be the 23rd then, or the 23rd, the Friday. I think the Saturday is a good day to do it. The 24th is a Sunday. Oh, okay. So, guys, when do you want to do it? On the 23rd or the 24th? Would people prefer a Saturday or a Sunday? Because I think, I think. Hey, Nance, we're just. Oh my God, look at Nancy. She's just come on, right? And we're talking about the Survivor link up. That's so crazy. Saturday. All right. So we're going to go with the 23rd of August. And do you know what? That's nice because that's a week before Carney. So we can have carnival vibes. We can have, Bashment and Calypso. That's going to be the theme. So we're going to have a carnival Survivor link up. So people can come in costumes if you want. You can come bright in like carnival colors. And then I'm going to say everybody, guys, what would you prefer? Would you prefer to pay like £5 or £3 and I get all the barbecue stuff and the disposable barbecues, or would you prefer to just buy it yourself? Because I feel like people might just feel easier just grabbing it themselves on the way. Because I'm going to say bring a barbecue, your own disposable barbecue. You can get them from the pound shop for like £3, and then bring whatever. We will get some stuff because we've got a bit of money left from the Survivor link up, but I don't know how many people will turn up. So I'll say August, 23rd of August. It's carnival vibe, carnival theme. I will be coming in carnival attire vibes. And we'll be playing bashment and soca and Afro beats because we all came from Africa. So we'll be playing an eclectic mix. They got because they done it up in it, the grill. Yeah, but you never know. Someone might be using the grill, and I'm not trying to start beef down there. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to be humble. So just in case, maybe just bring a few. Because it might be hot on that day. There might be a whole heap of people out. There might be a whole heap of, but you know what? No. Because they have got one in Kennington Park Estate that we could use. They've got a barbecue in the estate. But the thing is, I don't know how many of us are going to be here. Yeah. So if you do want to come, I'm going to do a flyer. I'll do a flyer like next week. And I'll put like all of the details, like bring a barbecue, disposable barbecue. But if you don't have the money, just pull up. Don't worry, because everyone will be bringing stuff, and we'll have some stuff there as well. So if you don't have the peas, you'll at least be able to get like a glass of wine, a little, chicken wing or whatever. So just come, yeah. And the thing is, when we have it in London, especially South, like, because I'm from Kent, it's like halfway for me as well. I kind of feel like South London's like a midpoint for everybody because you can get there, on the underground somewhere. Because once you get to Elephant, everyone can get to Elephant and Castle from the underground, and it's one bus ride. Yeah, a couple of stops, 4 stops max. Yeah, so it's quite straightforward. So if you're in London, just get to Elephant and Castle, and then you can get a bus, pretty much any bus. You need to get, I don't even know what, but 343 will take you there. All right, guys, I'm just going to talk about, before I go, I'm going to do this in 2 parts. Because I've done the title as thought reform, I really do want to cover something. So I'm going to start off with Millau control. All right. And so Robert Lifton he's done up 8 criterias of what makes up the thought reform program. So the first one is Millau control, and it's the most basic feature is the control of human communication within an environment. So it's the control of human communication in the environment. So you'll find like in these church cults, there'll be a culture of surveillance, monitoring. Do you understand what I'm saying? They'll want to know your every move. They'll want to know who you're going out with, where you're going, what you're talking about. I know a cult where the cult leader made them get a contract phone, and they all had like 500 minutes or something. Do you know what I mean? So he was seeing the calls that the cult leaders were making because he was sleeping with all the women in the church cult. So he wanted to see who was talking to who, to see if they knew that he was sleeping. Do you know what I'm saying? It's deep. Burgess Park, babe. If the control is extremely intense, it becomes internalized control, an attempt to manage an individual's inner communication. So you know how like 50% of the population have an inner monologue. Some of us have an inner monologue, and that is literally like there'll be a voice in our head speaking to us. Okay, and basically that inner monologue, the way they program us, it's like the cult leader's mind, it's his ideologies, because we're listening to so much of the false doctrine, so much of the indoctrination, sleeping, when we're working, when we're talking to other people. It's like an overload that it becomes deep rooted in our psyche. So that's why it might spill over to dreams as well. Like people, I know for me, I was having dreams of like demonic people, guys, like men trying to sleep with me in my dreams. Do you know? Since I've left Agu and Mills Ministries, I've never had a bad dream. I haven't had paralysis. I haven't had no bad dreams of people sleeping with me. I haven't had none of those, like, demonic dreams. They used to be in my dreams, like Bishop Richard visiting me and his wife and stuff. And that's just psychology. because you make them your God. You know what I mean? You're constantly thinking about them 24 hours a day. Oh, if you're on here spying for Bishop Richard and Bishop Dag, how does it feel? Like a loser. Especially if you've got a wife and kids, you should feel ashamed of yourself sitting on YouTube on a Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock watching a woman this attractive. Your eyes are sinning. All of the men in there were obsessed with me. All of them. Control. And you know what? You believe me because I look good. Do you know what I mean? Like the gal them from the church, they can come and say things, but we don't believe you, unfortunately, because you look at MESS. All right. Groups express this in several ways. Group process, okay, right. Groups express this in several ways. Group process, isolation from other people, psychological pressure, geographical distance, or unavailable transportation, sometimes physical pressure. Yeah, so like their Bible school, Anakazo, his compound, is somewhere in the middle of nowhere in Mampong. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's isolated from everywhere. And they will isolate you psychologically and indeed, because they will have good communication. Evil communication corrupts good character. It's not the other way around. It's not a good communication influences bad character. So therefore, if as good as you are, as faithful, oh my God, guys, look, I'm breaking up the place. As faithful as faithful as you are. Oh, I don't know how to put this back in now. Oh no. Oh, guys, you know why? It's because I've been drinking tea. This is so funny. But I think it's funny, though. I think it's funny I can laugh at myself. Honestly, guys, I just don't take life very seriously. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't, and it takes a lot to embarrass me as well. It takes a lot. So with the Thought Reform Program, essentially what they're trying to do is isolate you. So part of the Milal control is that isolation, so that they can information control what you're getting access to and what you're privy to. That's mainly what it's about, because they don't want you to. Because the thing is, when you come out of the like the fold, like the self-sealing system, anyone's going to tell you you're absolutely nuts. Like, what are you doing? Do you know what I mean? Like, why are you spending every single hour in here? Like, why are you in here so much? Like, why don't you have a normal life? Like, why are you giving so much money? Oh my God, you give that time and then you give that offering. People will question it. They will start to make you question your actions and what you're doing and your commitment and this, that, and the third. And they don't want people to do that. So what they want you to do is they want you to have friends. They want you to have your whole community, your whole support infrastructure to be in the church cult. So what they do is they isolate you from your friends and family. They get you to cut everybody off and become codependent on the environment. So what will happen is you'll feel like you develop relationships really quickly, where like in a couple of months, it feels like you've known that person for so long, because they're always at the end of the phone call. They're giving you scriptures, they're encouraging you, but it's all a lie. It's all love bombing. Once they've got you where they want you, usually like when you get married or when you're in the fold in a certain way, that's when the abuse will really start to happen. That's when it really starts. But because they indoctrinate you to see abuse as love and loyalty as love, which is abuse, because the way that Dag sees it, his ideological concept of it is just ABUSE. So they don't even know that they're getting broken down. They don't know that they're in fight or flight response. They don't know that they've been indoctrinated, because the whole phenomenon about like cults is that you don't know that you're in a cult. So when some people are coming on here saying, oh, I'm in a cult, I knew they're not in a cult. I knew they were trolls, because people who are in cults don't know they're in a cult. If you're questioning if you're in a cult, then you're in a cult, because you wouldn't be questioning if you were in a cult if you weren't in a cult. You wouldn't be questioning the control. Like a lot of people in these church cults, they say, oh yeah, it is controlling. It definitely is. I mean, it is controlling, but as for a cult, I mean, that is a bit strong. You know, my children have grown here. They have their children. They did so well in school. I don't want to shake the boat for them. You know, like a lot of aunties and uncles are completely lost. They're so indoctrinated that it's like they're DUMB. That's what it is. So easy to manipulate an auntie or uncle. Is unreal. It's really, really easy. That's why the uncles are always getting finessed. All right. Control over all a person sees, reads, writes, information control, I just spoke about this, creates conflict in respect to individual autonomy. So there's like a conflict if you use your own mind, if you use your own critical thinking. Yes, they are more naive than children, absolutely, like little boys, and they act that way. That's why a lot of the single married men, they're out like little boys, like dogs on heat. Do you know what I'm saying? They act like children, actually. And then they get upset with me when I call them out in the club. I'm just trying to have a good time. But what do you want me to do, babe? Often a sequence of events such as seminars, lectures, group encounters, I'm going to say conferences, I'm going to say prayer revival nights, I'm going to say camps, which become increasingly intense and increasingly isolated, making it extremely difficult, both physically and psychologically, for one to leave. So again, it's like, I call it like fast track indoctrination. Like when they take you on these indoctrination MK Ultra camps, it's like you're there for 3 days, no eating, no sleeping, mind altered, sleep deprived states. You're not even getting an hour sleep. You're not even getting that. It's all go, go, go. And the most spiritual will want to be up praying. Because you finish at like, you realize you finish, it's like 3, 4 a.m. You've got to wake up at 5 a.m. the next morning. You're thinking, rah, I might as well just pray in tongues for an hour. And you're probably, people don't sleep in there. They're like, their eyes are like this in a camp. And you're running around like it's wow. Oh my God. Like the camps, that's when you see the most ABUSE and modern day slave labor of young people. The way they have to set everything up, oh, it's a nightmare. And so much like coordination goes into it. And you know, especially if there's women like cooking and preparing, like because Bishop Dag and a lot of because Bishop Dag likes to eat home cooked food. When he comes to the UK, it's like the most trusted pastors' wives will cook for him, like the best cooks. So my spiritual daddy, his wife was one of those, like one of the most elite who would cook for like Bishop Addy, Bishop Saki, Bishop Dag, like when they would come and stuff. And then they would serve them and all that. So I don't know why I'm saying all of this, but it's all connected. It's all a part of it. It's absolutely draining. You know, when I talk about it, it just drains me out. They use us as slaves, like we're servants. It's like something back in the, like, you know, like Game of Thrones, that type of time. Guys, I know this is off topic, but has anybody got that Sky deal that's going for 15 quid? Is it worth it? Can anybody tell me? Because I've been thinking about getting Sky. You know, they've had to humble themselves. Has anyone got it, and is it worth it? Or is everyone just doing up Netflix and what's that one? Amazon stick. All right, sets up a sense of antagonism with the outside world. It's us against them. So part of the Malao control. Guys, are you seeing how this is forming and shaping? Are you seeing how it's all intercorrelated and connected? Are you seeing the overlap of the cult characteristics by Yanya Lalage that actually involves us versus them? Then we can cross over into the Stephen Hassan model when we look at information control under the BITE model, which I went through. Go and look at my earlier videos where I spoke about behavior, information, technology, and emotional control. There's the overlap with the influence continuum, because that negative influence is what's enforced over the congregation, because you've got high-ranking members like myself that little girls are looking up to. I'm married, my husband's driving a Range Rover Sport. I've got the picture perfect family, 2 beautiful girls. All my family are coming to church. They look up to me. I was on the X Factor, you know, had my little stint in gangs, and you know, every girl wants to be a baddie. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when I come and give my testimony, there's a certain influence I would have, a certain connection with the gal them. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's all tied into it. So when they see me begging it and being completely indoctrinated and see me being like a robot, they're going to copy that. Do you understand? It's a domino effect. It's part of the Malao control. Yeah. And also what this is kind of giving is in when we're working with young people and we're working like with gangs, we say that we're working with them at a place-based approach. It's like a ground level. So we can look at working with gangs from a UK and national lens, and then we can look at a place-based approach. And that would include maybe looking at certain estates. So we might look at I don't know, like I'll use my area. We might look at like Edward Wood's estate. Do you get what I'm saying? Or we might look at, you know, Trellick Tower. We'll look at certain blocks. We'll look at certain places and spaces to understand the type of violence that's happening, and the gang activity within those areas. Yeah. So similarly, Malal control can help us to look at this at a very place-based level, where we're getting to see even the smallest of interactions, whether that be with pastors or other people or whatever. It's all part of the Malal control. It's all part of the information control. It's all part of the authoritarian influence over you in the self-sealing system to control your behavior, the information that you take in, your thought process. They want to control, and your emotional process. If they can control that bite, behavior, information, thought, and emotional, then they've got you. They've got possession of you. All right. And then we've got, this is the last one that I'm going to do up for today, and then I'm going to come back. I'm going to take a break and I'm going to come back. It's the Cult Psychoed Marathon Week, where this week I will be concentrated on Cult Psychoed. I think I have a responsibility as I'm putting out a lot of information around, pastors, being just preds and doing up whatever they're doing. I also think I've got a responsibility to put out this cult psycho ed so that people can process, make sense of, and understand what it is that they've been through, because that's also integral. Do you get what I'm saying? So I hope that this week it can help us to process, to make sense of, to start to unpack, and also give us a sense of validation. I want to let you know that this recording is on YouTube, the full recording of the live. If you want to refer back to it, guys, you might want to go and do some further reading. I would suggest to everybody, because I'm going to do some reading after this, on Lifton. And I actually want to buy his book on thought reform. Yeah, because he did like a whole study on it. But some of the books that I would recommend would be Yanya Lalage, Take Your Life Back. I would also recommend Combat and Mind Control, I think that's what it's called, by Stephen Hassan, and also the Robert Lifton Thought Reform book, where it talks about his research and how he came to that understanding of the 8 criteria for thought reform. So I'm going to end with this last one, and then I'm going to come back a bit later. If you're not following me on Leah Lauder 7, please do, because I'm going to be putting where I'm coming later, and it will most likely be on my Leah JL or Leah 717 account. So make sure you're following my Leah Lauder 7 account, guys, because I've got 8 accounts. It gets real confusing outside in these streets. And this is the last one under Malal control, because, guys, the Lifton criteria is really heavy. So I think I'm going to have to do this in a part series. So this is kind of like the introduction to thought reform, where I'm going to cover Malal control. And then I'm going to come back and talk about mystical manipulation, which is planned spontaneity. So this is what you've got to expect for the next session. The demand for purity, confession. We're also going to be, and we might not explore all of this, but I'm just letting you know this is where the next couple of days could take us, depending on how much I get through. Sacred science. So that's like, if the cult leader is like a special prophet, or he's an anointed man of God, and the whole ideology of a prophet is being the mouthpiece of God. So they have a certain awareness or a certain revelation of God that we just don't have, and so that's where the sacred science comes into it, and that can come in the form of just the knowledge that the prophet or God's anointed servant or God's chosen servant or God's anointed servant, that's what they call David Antry and Caris, whatever it may be. There's an outside doctrine that forms that narrative and that rhetoric, and that is the overarching sacred science. So that's where they get those grandiose ideologies, where they get the savior complex. They feel like they're better than everyone else. That's where their judgmental, hypocritical, holier than thou element comes into it, because they feel like they've got this sacred knowledge, this special knowledge from their pastor. They call it in cult psychology sacred science. That's why even when you're out, the church cult club promoters will be coming to you and be like, you'll say, oh yeah, I'm going to a really good church. It's called Baptist Church of the Saints, Holy Day, whatever, Latter-day Saints. Oh, but we have our prophet. He has a really, he teaches so well. You've got to come and see. My life changed when God's anointed. They'll just be talking human fecal matter. It's because of the sacred science element. It's part of Lifton's thought reform criteria. It's everything that they do up in there has got a name for it, baby, and I'm here to tell you you're welcome. Then we've got loaded language. That's all of the ish. It's a message. Forgive. They do all different types of stuff. I'm rusty. But all of those type of things, and just all of the different like they say, spaghetti boy, strange woman, like all of that, all of the special language, flow. We've got to flow. We've got to flow in the spirits, because I've got to flow, That's how they all sound in Caris. They all come out and they speak like that. And even when Caris survivors were coming out, I was like, do you not know you all have an accent? Oh my God. They were all sounding the same. They all had like an accent, because you know they've all been mixing. It's weird, you know, like that's how nations form and tribes and stuff like that through their accent. Weird as hell, man. These cultures are weird. It's given incest in Paris. You know, there's people, they got the same baby daddy. Someone's married to their baby daddy and then they've remarried in the church cult. It's disgusting. Sorry. And then you want to come and have some chat for me? Go and sort out your church members, baby. Go and sort out your church members. Doctrine over person and dispensing of existence. So dispensation. So the last point for Malal control is closely connected to the process of closely connected to the process of individual change or of personality. So that's stripping you of your identity. And I can see how that fits into the Malal control, because at that place-based level where you're on the ground, you're mixing with people, they've given you your mentor. Do you know what I mean? And then they're bringing in uniform. Oh, like to be in this ministry, you got to wear this uniform. And then it comes into, oh my God, you look so nice. Oh my God, you look so nice in a long skirt. They'll be overdoing it. You don't even look good. You know you looked better before you came in. But it's gaslighting. It's love bombing. It's lies. So that's what they do up. All right, guys, I'm going to pause on there. I do need to go and have a little break, I think. I'll be back in a little bit. I can't say when, guys. Can you just put the your reminders on? Oh my God, I look like Stacey, innit? From the council block chair. I can't be bothered, guys. Honestly, it's too hot, chair. I know all you man them are sitting there with you. You lot ain't got your tops on, innit? I know the man them are walking around without their tops. I bet they're sitting in the yard without their tops on right now. Guys, I'm celibate. I get my little kicks from just, you know. And my ex, he didn't even have a body like that, but I made him feel like a superstar. Do you know what I mean? And now he's just rotting away in the heat. All right, then, love you guys. I just say these things just in case he might watch. You know, them ones like, what's your life saying now? You're unhappy, innit? You're unhappy, innit? You feel like unalive in yourself. Yeah. Serves you damn right. You should sit in it. All right, love you. Bye, TikTok. I'll be back later. Bye, YouTube. I love you. I'll be back later, okay? Sorry, I just went off a little bit. But I will see you later, okay? I love you, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Do you know what? Yeah, you see these trolls, they just hate because I'm such a lovely girl. I'm just lit. I'm just naturally like this. This is the way God made me, perfectly and wonderfully made. I'm very entertaining as well. I'm TV gold. Yeah. And sexy. Bye. Love you. Trolls, you got hate and whatever. You got hate because you're not me. You know what? Yeah, if I was you, I'd hate me too. Bye.